All right, welcome back to an episode of Beer, Bacon, and Bros. As always, I'm Alex. Got Adam here. We're going to be talking about the NHL season that's kicked off for about, I think it's like a quarter of the way through, or like a fifth, or something like that. Pretty early in the season, though. Lots of, I think, surprising things going on. We're going to kind of just give you a quick overview of what we see and how we feel about it. First off, does anything jump off it? Like, we just looked at the standings, and there's a few things that were just kind of like both kind of like interesting. What's your take on this?
The fact that, what was it, last year, next to last, third from last, Detroit Red Wings?
Yeah, I think it was third. Yeah, down there at the bottom.
Down there at the bottom.
They could touch the bottom. Yeah,
they weren't looking too far from it.
No.
Starting off the year 7-3.
Yeah.
Strong start for Detroit right now.
Strong start for them.
So, does the analytics play into them winning the cup this year?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we've talked about in some recent videos, anytime Colorado has won the cup in like the last 50 years, I think like that, the next year the Detroit Red Wings have won it. And we were talking about how the Red Wings are going to make a lot of moves, and then all of a sudden here they are starting the season in second place in the Atlantic, which is...
Because what was it, last 3 times that the
Colorado
Avalanche have won? Yeah, like you're saying, the following year.
The Red Wings have won it, which is
like,
that'd be wild. That'd be a hell of a bounce back from them.
Because they went, they were 20 games below 500 last year?
Yeah, it was a significant failure in the season.
Yeah.
Like, it was just bad all around.
So if they come out and look, I don't know, if they make the playoffs, I think it's...
Yeah, good on them. You did what you need to do during the off season. You figured it out. You got it going.
So that
was
right
the ship.
I think just looking at the standings from the get-go, that is the first thing I noticed was how well Detroit has actually started the season.
My shocker is out of the Pacific, the Seattle Kraken being the second spot.
With a second,
it's almost the same thing like the Red Wings. Like both these teams were in the bottom of the league.
The bottom.
They were the bottom. Yes.
The bottom of the league.
Now all of a sudden into second place in their division, which is, I mean, I know it's early in the season, but it's cool to see teams like they do that 180. Hopefully they can carry it out.
I'd say second year team.
Yeah.
Maybe you finally congealed a little bit. A little team chemistry's a little better. Maybe.
Yeah, a little bit. Second round of all season camps and trainings that like maybe you've got that. Everything's starting to click for you now. There's no more hiccups. They've kind of ironed that out. Dallas too, man, being leading the Central right now is phenomenal.
I would say they were the fringe team, or they were the fringe team going into this year and the end of last year. They were on the cusp of like, what was it, plus 10,000 for them to win? Maybe not that.
Oh yeah, but they were right there to like they were on the tipping point of there's no chance of really them even making the playoffs.
Well, but it was like going into the years when we did our way too early Stanley Cup predictions after the cup was over. It was like Dallas Stars was at the top of the bottom half of the league.
Yeah.
So the fact that I see them where they're at, I'm not completely surprised.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wouldn't have said they would have been leading at this point in time. Granted, it's only 11 games in, 12 games in for them, but still, it was. I would have put them like third or fourth. They're looking at maybe a 500 record, or in this case, I would have said 6-5.
Yeah, and you got
7-5.
You got Colorado in the same division as Dallas in third right now, 6-4 with a 1 overtime loss. Like you could just chalk that up to that's the cup hangover kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like there were some moves made, stuff like that, but like that's just definitely that's a team that's won the cup, so they're kind of like just like all right, we're gonna coast and enjoy things a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they're just gonna play the season out.
I don't see them. I don't see them not being above 500 or, in this case, just 2 games above 500.
Mm-hmm.
I easily see them being able to turn it around and get things on the right track. I still think they will end up winning that division, but I would love to see Dallas sneak in as like that second seed, or that 2 seed out of the Central, which in that case might put them in probably, the 3rd seed overall? Because I would assume Vegas is probably going to win their division. Yeah,
Vegas is looking good. I mean, they looked good last year. I think they're just going to continue on. I have to refresh my memory on the seedings, the way when it actually gets to the playoffs, the way they word it out. It changes up a little bit. But moving up to a different division, the Metropolitan, New Jersey just kind of coming out of nowhere right now. They're,
I'd say I don't know. No, it wasn't the Islanders last year. It was the Rangers, who I thought was the real scrappy. They were the ones.
The Rangers were the real scrappy team last year. They're the ones that eliminated Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
But have the goalie that had the 98%.
Oh yeah, like in the regular season,
Yeah.
he was a brick wall, phenomenal save percentage.
And just got rattled the one series in the playoffs, and it just kind of led them. It unfortunately led him out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But B, so did the team.
Yeah.
But the other team in that division, currently in second with Carolina Hurricanes, I see them potentially overtaking the Devils and still winning that division. There's a lot of talent, a lot of players, a lot of firepower on that team right now.
And I kind of like, locality ways. It's kind of weird for me to root for, as a diehard Penguins fan, root for the Hurricanes the same way. Like if the Canes did well, it's one of those things like it's kind of like a bittersweet for me because they're the local team. They're who we would be drawn to. We're only 3 hours from their stadium. But it's kind of one of those weird things. Like each year, I find myself rooting for them because, especially here of late, it's always like they're there. They go to the postseason. They look like they're poised to make a run, and then just heartbreak.
Yeah.
It's like I just wish they could get. It's one of those teams like I would not mind seeing them get over that hump and get going to actually make that deep run, even get to the finals and win a cup.
I would say so. As a Penguins fan,
yes.
How are you feeling right now?
I don't know how to feel because you go look at the games. We came out hot, and then it was all of a sudden like they were just like, okay, let's start sucking these next couple weeks, and they've been bad. And we did all the off-season moves. We did all the off-season moves that I felt set us up. We got talent. We kept talent. We kept Letang. So we've got Malkin, Letang, Sidney. We got the three-headed dragon. They're calling it.
I say because didn't y'all start the season like 3-0?
Yeah, like it was. We were rocking and rolling.
And now in the last 7 games, y'all like 2-5.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We've been rocking and rolling. I don't know how to feel, and then at least I can take some sort of happiness with me that the Capitals are right there with us.
I would say
down at the bottom of the Metropolitan.
Well, I guess you're 4-8.
Yeah.
And I thought y'all started out 3-0 and then went on this.
Yeah, we went on a deep slide. Yeah.
Real quick, I was like, man, something's going on there in Pittsburgh.
Something's going. Something is not clicking for them. And it was like somebody flipped a switch, but. It's early in the season. We got plenty of season left. Hopefully, they can right the ship and get it going. I want to try to remember if there's anybody. Not surprised that Arizona's at the bottom. No one really is like at the bottom. That's kind of surprising, other than like Pittsburgh and Washington for me.
I say, didn't Ottawa just make the playoffs not too long ago?
Yeah, not too long. They've kind of fallen off.
Florida, they still got a winning record. They're 7. I think the Atlantic Division right now, though, is the most competitive.
They're setting themselves up to look like they're going to be the most. Because
top to bottom.
You've got the three bottom teams right now.
Only 2 games out from being tied.
Yeah.
From 2nd through 6th.
Yeah, that's insane. You got Boston, you got Detroit. Detroit came out of nowhere. Toronto and Tampa. Toronto's well known for being a regular season hot shot and then just sucking in the playoffs.
Yeah, like you're saying,
Tampa Bay's, they were going for the 3-peat last year.
Won it 2 out of 3 years. But you got it. 7-win Detroit, 7-win Maple Leafs, 7-win Tampa, 7-win Florida, 7-win Buffalo. You got 5 teams that are separated by half a game essentially.
Yeah, you've only got 2 teams that are below 500 right now in that entire division.
So I think that division for the rest of the year is going to play out very well. I think. If you want to watch good hockey, watch the Atlantic Division. I think you're going to see a lot of good games.
Those would be good games to watch, especially when it's the interdivisional play. Yeah. When you actually have them to, and that might be the crutch of the Atlantic this year is like they might go out there and just start beating the living hell out of each other, and then
you could
they end up hurting themselves in the long run.
I don't want to compare it to football, and the fact that this might be the SEC, of the NHL, and you have 2 or 3 of the best teams come out of. But only one of them can actually make it, or 2 of them can actually make it out of that division. Yeah. You're like, well, shoot, if I could have put 3 or 4 of these teams in, I would have.
It's the same way, like, if you compare it to baseball, like the NL this year, like you had the Padres, had to go through, like, the wild card, or as a plus 100 team, like, every once in a while you just get these divisions that are just like, every team in the division is phenomenal.
I'm saying, you had the Dodgers win 100-plus games, you had the Padres win 100+ games and they go second in their division.
Yeah,
You're
they
like,
had to fight for a spot in the playoffs, and they were one of 3 teams to get above 100 wins, which is insane. But I mean, I think that's like you said. That's going to be something here you're going to see in the Atlantic. You're going to have like that 3rd place team in the Atlantic would probably be 1st or 2nd in a bunch of these other divisions, and they're just going to be kind of
like I can't believe I got shat on this year.
Yeah,
so.
like I got the short end of the deal on this one. But a lot of hockey left. Excited. Shortly here, I'm going to be going up to Boston to watch the Winter Classic. So
there you go.
That's official now. I'm going to be watching the Penguins and Bruins play off in Fenway. Looking forward to that. Gonna get to see watching hockey in some snow. Hopefully, that'll be fun.
You gonna get you one of the Winter Classic jerseys?
I'm thinking about Pittsburgh's gonna be the away team, so I don't know how I'm like a weird person about buying the away jerseys. But I do go to a lot more Penguins away games than I do home games.
I was gonna say.
So I could just blend right in, you know.
And they always do a good job with those Winter Classic jerseys.
The Winter Classic jerseys are always awesome. They've revealed the logos for the 2 teams already, and they're like so much history's incorporated in them. So it's like I can't wait to see what they do with the jersey. But like like you said, these special games they always do such a good job with the jersey that I'm probably gonna end up buying it just for how cool I think it looks.
I'm saying, I mean, it's maybe a once in a lifetime, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, especially I think with the history there between those 2 teams.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be really cool for you when you get to go and experience that. So I would recommend buying the jersey.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do it. You're here first. I'm gonna get it.
It might be a little pricey, but I definitely think it's worth it.
Yeah, it'd be worth it. But I don't know how I feel about the game because the way Boston's playing right now and the way we're playing,
it's not looking good.
No,
for Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna have to take pride in buying that jersey because it's not looking good.
So that's our overreactions of the NHL. Tell us what you think in the comments. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, let us know your team, who you're rooting for. Let us know what's surprising you so far in the season. We'll discuss that with you because I mean, everybody's watching all kinds of different games. You might be seeing something we don't, but let us know.